welcome back to Grant's Lawn Care on this April the 30th, Wednesday morning. And I'm bringing you all along with me to showcase cleaning up this tree removal from Hurricane Helene that came through my area back in September. The full story on this tree's existence and how I ended up landing the bid comes a little bit later in the video, but just a brief touching back on the origin of the tree. As you can see, a lot of it's been cut up, and the reason being is when it came through, it actually fell over the morning Helene was coming through and struck a delivery truck. And you saw that in the opening slides. So myself, my dad, and another fireman, we were on duty, and we came over to the call for the tree actually falling into the truck and striking the back of the commercial building. No one was hurt, other than just damages to the building and minor damages done to the truck, but no humans were hurt during the trees falling. The winds were very high that morning, but we went out still and we cleared the path to the delivery dock. We were able to get the individuals who were driving the truck out to safety. They were able to pull the truck from under the tree, and that's how you can see some of the tree already being cut up and limbed back, because we did that way back on the morning of September the 27th when Helene first came through. So there are a lot of areas in my state that I'm sure have not 100% still recovered from Helene. That was just a very bad storm, and it caused a lot of damage. But I'm bringing you all along with me on this solo cleanup. I ended up just coming back out here after securing the bid for the tree and getting things taken care of. As you can see, there's a lot of debris, a lot of leaves, a lot of tree branches and sticks and everything that were surrounding this downed tree. And it was making it pretty difficult to actually fully service my commercial property, because this is a bi-weekly property of mine. But I ended up getting the bid, and I ended up making this tree disappear. And all of it was done solo, minus at the very end. I got a good buddy of mine to come out with a tractor to help me actually remove the last piece of the tree. But after 2 loads of debris being removed from the property, taken to the landfill, after another load of debris being taken off, that was a bunch of leaves. Like I said, you'll see a lot of that as the video progresses. A bunch of leaves, and 1 more load of tree, of the thicker parts of the tree. I pretty much got this taken care of in a total, I would say, of maybe 6 hours, maybe 7. I'll go with 7. And that's including me driving to the landfill, offloading 2 times, coming back, loading my trailer twice more, and offloading it. And also the actual probably 7 minutes it took just to get the tree loader on the tractor. Sit back and enjoy the video. I did not record much of me using my chainsaw. I just really was zoned in on getting this tree removed, because I secured the bid earlier this week, and I wanted to make sure I got this tree removed off this property in a responsible time frame, unlike the other companies or parties per se that stated that they were going to come and get the tree, and they just never showed up. So I did a lot, like I said, solo, after the fact, of the morning of, we had a bunch of it cut up, but not into small enough pieces to put in the back of my truck. So I went back in and used my chainsaw, got everything, like I said, cut down into a good size, loaded it up. Got my buddy to help me on this lovely Thursday morning, which is when I'm actually making this voice over here. And this tree was removed. So I'm gonna stop yapping. Just wanted to give you a little background on how this situation came about. And I hope you sit and enjoy the whole video. So I'm out of here. Like I said, the story will kick in shortly after a few more minutes of the video going by. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Grant's Lawn Care, and hopefully this is round 2 of me having a microphone. Hopefully this round works out in my favor. So we're gonna go ahead and get to it. I got you here with me at my commercial property, and you probably don't remember, it's been a while, but back in September of hey, how you doing, man? Say again? I got a few, not a whole lot. Yeah.
I got a rental property down there, 12 Hazel Street that needs some help.
Okay.
12 Hazel Street.
All right. Yeah, I'll look at it. And like that. Yeah, you want to take a picture of that? That'll work. Yeah.
That's an idea.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
Hey, how long you been doing this?
5 years.
5 years?
Yeah.
How's it going? Good, I hope.
Yeah, it's going good. Has its days, but just like everything else. All right. Yes, sir. Yeah, just let me know. Yeah. All right. Bring you all back with me on trying to get the rest of this cleaned up. I think I was on the part where I was saying, I don't think y'all remember, back in September, we had I think it was Helene that came through and ended up knocking this tree over. And, you know, I've been servicing this property, lawn care wise, for a while now. And this tree has just been a nuisance. And just to cut back out of that combo real fast, see how fast someone pulls up and wants some service. So, but anyway, earlier I was down here. Today's the 30th. I was down here earlier. I didn't do much filming because I wanted to try to get a lot of it done, hauled off. But I was down here taking care of the limbs and getting those hauled off to the landfill. And all that's really left, if you can see in the background past me, is the bigger part of the tree. Well, I ended up talking to a friend of mine who is supposed to help me tomorrow, Thursday, with a tractor to try and get the rest of that tree up. So this property will be pretty much 100% back to normal. This area is the area that I can cut. As you can see, the grass. You probably can't really see the grass in this video, but you can see some of the overgrowth. But with this tree being here, I couldn't get around it. And there was a small batch of confusion when it came to just who was gonna take care of the tree. Well, someone else had already put a bid in, and of course the bid was lower than mine. So I lost the first round. Well, as time went on, these individuals
parties still had not come along and removed the tree. And as you can see, it's an eyesore. So I let time go by because they made it known that they wanted the tree and wanted to use it for whatever their purpose of the tree was, firewood or whatever it was. I don't really particularly care. But time went on, and time went on, and time went on, and finally, this once, maybe twice or so, I had to come down just a tad on my bed, and as you can see, I got the property. Well, I already had the property, but I got the tree job. So therefore, sometimes it doesn't hurt to go down a little bit on a particular job. And I know it goes against a lot of people's conversation with prices and everything, but I wanted this out of my way. I wanted this property to get back as normal as it could be, because I'm the one, I want to make sure I can get everything in camera, but I want to make sure that I can service this thing 100% without missing much. Like I said, this tree's been down since September, and the crazy thing about it, I was working at the fire department on storm mode, and when the tree fell, there was a delivery worker here, and trying to get it. I'll get the rest tomorrow. Somebody's supposed to help me with a tractor, so. Yeah, it do. I can't get over here. All this overgrowth now, but now I can get in now, hopefully tomorrow. Yeah, I've been trying. Absolutely, ever since September. Yes, ma'am, have a good one. But, what was I? Oh yeah. Just want this property to be back under 100% cut area. But I got lost my train of thought, so forgive me. But yeah, finally was able to secure this bid. It wasn't 100% what I wanted, but I'm walking away with a pretty decent amount, so I can't be mad at what I'm going to get. So I could have used my blower, but I really don't feel like using it. I have a headache, and I really don't want to hear that noise. So old-fashioned rake ain't hurt nobody. Plus I need to break a little sweat. But here in a little while, I won't finish this today, of course, but I gotta get ready for work anyway. I'm sure it's like 11:30, something like that. So just gonna try to neaten this up. I did take something for the headache, so later on I may sneak back over here and blow some of this up, and a lot of this, what isn't even collected, will get mulched in with the mower. So I'm gonna stop yapping. Y'all get the gist of what I'm doing, and I'll bring back the after. I know this video is already about 10 minutes in, so thank you for tuning in. what I thought I was gonna be doing, recording. I changed my mind. It happens. But I've been here again this morning. I got here a little after 7, maybe late 6ish, early 7 o'clock time frame. Got started cutting and hauling off the limbs, the landfill. I think I'm right at about $17 and some change in landfill fees for dumping all of the limbs and debris there. This over here, I'm gonna just take care of it myself. It's just leaves, so I can burn them. But what I'm gonna do is put them on my trailer for the time being. And I'll unload them later. I really don't have the energy to screw with it right now. Like I said, got a little bit of a headache going. But since I got help coming tomorrow to get the bigger part of this tree up, the more I can do now, hopefully I can mitigate a lot of that tomorrow. Like I said, all of these leaves, I'm not going to get them all, to be honest with you. I'm not going to get them all. And a lot of them are just going to be mulched in to the property next time I come out in service, which is next week. So I just want to get the bulk of it. Mulching all of these in, I'm not going to say it's impossible, but I'm not about to spend that long down here trying to do that. So this is my strategy, just get as many hauled off as possible. All of this I'm mulching more and blow it. Like I said, I might come back over here later on, get the meds kick in, and suppress this headache. So, what would you have charged personally for a job like this? I can't remember if I had pictures, I thought, in my phone. I don't know if they're still there or not. But like some of the before, I did do like a before video. But what would you have charged for this project? I'm not going to disclose how much I did. Excuse me, I gotta take a little break here. Whew. It's a little warm. But what would your price have been for this job? I know it's going to be pretty healthy because this was a one-man job today. It's doing some work. I'm talking about 45 minutes to and from the landfill. That's twice. And now here again. And that's not including about 30 minutes of work each time, cutting and loading my truck to go to the landfill. Like I said, that's solo work. So, what would you charge as a solo work for this project? Let's just say my pockets are gonna smile a good little bit for this invoice. They would have been smiling a little bit more if I got what I bid for the first time. But hey, I will say I dropped my price down $350. I will say that's how much I dropped it. And it secured the bid. Plus, this is a bi-weekly service property for me anyway. So after this tree removal, debris cleanup is complete. Every 2 weeks, I still be bringing in income from this property. So let me know in the comments what you would charge for this property via solo, or if you had a crew. And as you can see, I'm solo. I am my crew. So I'm not sure what I'll be charged tomorrow. I guess once the guy sees what it is, what we're working with, he'll let me know his fee for helping me just move this out of the way here. So, I think that's about all I'm going to try to really move today. Like I said, this medicine kicks in and suppresses this headache. I'll come back over with the blower and tighten this up a little bit more before I go to work. Sometimes tarps are a blessing and a curse. Let's see something. Make sure I got some of this on camera. I'm so busy trying to get the job done. Let's see how much I got. With 2 loads already on the tarp. So this is the last load here. Oh, just leave all these on the tarp anyway. Take all this home. And I got an area I can burn and dispose of them. I'm not going back to the landfill for leaves. I'm sorry. Ain't gonna happen. Thank y'all for tuning in. I get my blower, I'll bring you all back with me. So, peace.
Oh, I can feel it.